Hi and welcome to Pelvic Exercises. As you can see, I'm ready to work out today. Ready to teach you, if you're someone living with a prolapse or pelvic floor issues, how to do some safe strength exercises. Now we're going to cover 4 strength exercises today. I'm going to teach you how to do a safe squat that protects your pelvic floor. We're going to do a back strength exercise called a low dumbbell row. And then we're going to go into a couple of upper body arm strength exercises that will also help you exercise and support your pelvic floor. So let's start with a safe squat. Get your weights if you'd like to use some weights, and if you're not using weights, just your hands in front of your thighs. Your shoulders roll back and down, you think yourself nice and tall. Important or key point to protect your pelvic floor as you do your squats is to keep your knees narrow. I try to think about keeping my knees and feet about a fist width apart. So when you come down into the squat, shoulders are back and down, thinking yourself nice and tall, lowering yourself down slowly and not coming too deep. The deeper you go into your squat, the more pressure in your pelvic floor. So you can do some nice little shallow squats, and you can exercise with me if you like. Let's do 8 repetitions. So starting nice and tall, roll your shoulders back and down, knees facing forward, and again, knees are about a fist width apart. Let's start here. Take it down slowly down, and then lift back up. Now remember, it's vital that when you do a good squat that you can see your toes just in front of your knees. If your toes are back underneath your knees, you're likely to get sore knees from doing squats, and again, deep squats can cause that knee pain as well. So try and keep your squats nice and shallow. What I'm up to, I think about number 3. Coming down slow and steady, thinking about my posture throughout, and also too, I'm maintaining the curve in my back throughout. So just a nice small squat. Let's do 3 more. Down for 2, push through your heels and lift up nice and tall, and come down slowly again, down slowly, lift it up. You should be able to feel your thigh muscles working hard there, and take it down slowly, keeping your knees facing forward, lifting back up, and have a rest. Now, if you're strength training there, you might like to do 2 or 3 more sets of that today. 2 or 3 more sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. But let's move on for our purposes. We're going to go into a back strength exercise now. Now, to do that, this exercise is called a low dumbbell row. So, you can use a ball or a bench for this exercise. Take your knees just slightly apart. Incline your body, keeping an inward curve in your back. If you have an inward curve in your back, then your spine will be protected. Use your other hand, the hand that's not lifting the weight, to support your body. And again, keeping a soft elbow there, not hard and rigid. So there's my soft elbow. I'm in a really nice position. My chin's tucked in, ready to strengthen my middle back muscles. This is the low row action. It's scooping the weight along the line of your thigh, bringing the weight up to about your hip height, and lowering it down slowly. I'm exercising the muscles in the middle of my back, these muscles here that help to support my posture. So lifting up slowly, you can exercise along with me if you like. If you are exercising with me, remember keeping your chin tucked, lifting up, squeeze your shoulder blade towards your spine, and lowering it back down. Lifting slowly. Remember, when you're strengthening, the lowering down phase is a strengthening phase as well. So it's important that you lift and lower, slow and steady, controlling the weight throughout and lifting the weight throughout its full range of movement. I think we're at about 6 repetitions there. Let's try for a couple more. Slow and steady, scooping it up and down, and 1 more time, up and down. Now, if you're exercising at home, you might like to repeat that exercise on the other side and repeat it for a couple of sets, 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. Let's move along now. The third exercise we're going to do is called a bicep curl. Many of you will have seen a bicep curl exercise before. Just get my little weight here. So bicep curl exercise. Start again with your knees close together. Bring your arms down by your side and lift your chest so that your posture's nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down. You're comfortably set. The closer your knees are together with this type of exercise, the more you'll have to use your core muscles. That is the muscles between your shoulders and your hips. Also too, you'll notice that we're lifting a weight on a surface, so that when we're sitting, our perineum, or our area between our vagina and anus, that pelvic floor area, is supported. So it's much less likely to come under strain. So sit yourself nice and tall, chest is out, shoulders are back and down, and let's breathe out as we lift. So breathe out, lift up the weight, and slowly back down. Control the ball, try not to let it move, slow and steady. Keep your chest lifted so you're thinking yourself nice and tall on the ball, lifting up and lowering down slowly. Just moving those arms through their full range of movement and down. Again, attend to your posture. Make sure that your chest stays lifted. I'll keep doing that set inside on so you can see me inside sitting. So then you're lifting nice and tall, chin is tucked, spine's nice and long, crown of your head's towards the ceiling. Let's do a couple more repetitions. Lower the weights fully, lift them up again. My knees are staying close together, everything's supported. Lifting up slowly and relaxing down. And now roll up your shoulders, give your neck and shoulders a break. Nice big circles around and down. How'd you go with those at home? Okay? Let's now move on. We're going to do some back strength exercises, upper back and back of shoulder exercises. It's a nice combination exercise. This is essentially, it's called a rotator cuff exercise, and it's for very much in the back of your shoulders, but we're going to incorporate some back into it as well. So again, set your posture, bring your knees close together, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back and down. Bring your elbows to right angles. And once again, I've got 2 kilo weights. You could be using 1 kilo weights. You could be using a couple of tins out of the cupboard to strengthen, or you might like to use no weights at all to start with. Let's go. Bring your elbows, bring the arms back, keep your elbows locked into your side and take the weights back through. Now remembering with all weight training, you should never feel any pain with an exercise. So it should feel comfortable. If you feel discomfort, don't move your arms quite so far into the range if there's any discomfort in your shoulder region. To do the exercise properly, when you bring the weights back now, your shoulders should move down. And you should be seeing my shoulders move down as I take the weights back because I'm using my back muscles as well as the back of my shoulders. Let's do 3 more repetitions there. Slow and steady. That's 2. And once again, my perineum supported. Nice, safe exercise for pelvic floor. 1 more time. And back down and roll out your shoulders. How you're travelling at home, getting some strong muscles through our upper body, through our shoulders and through our upper arms. We're going to finish our session today with a triceps exercise. So this is the muscles for the back of your arms. Many women are concerned about these muscles and like to have those muscles toned. So I'll teach you how to do a basic tricep extension today. And once again, I'll teach you this sitting side on to you so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so using a single weight, what I want you to do is take your elbow up beside your body and incline your body forward. You need to use your other hand to support your back so that you're not leaning forward and risking straining your back. So keep one hand on your thighs, keep an inward curve in your back and keep your chin tucked down, again so there's no pressure on your neck. Now the action of this exercise is to extend the arm back, keeping your elbow nice and high, and lower the weight back down. Can you see how I'm keeping my upper arm tucked into my body, keeping my elbow nice and high, and my neck is in line with the rest of my spine there. My chin is just slightly forward, so there's no pressure on my neck. And I'm lowering the weight, lifting the weight out, right out to the full length, and lowering it down slowly. I'm going to do a couple more repetitions there, out and slowly back. And 1 more time, extending the weight out and back. And I can feel that I've worked the back of my arm muscles there just now. So what have we done today? We've done some exercises that are safe for your pelvic floor, especially if you're someone who's living with a prolapse issue, if you've had a past hysterectomy, or if you have some urinary incontinence issues, you'll be wanting to support your pelvic floor as your exercise. So we've talked about doing safe squats, principles keeping your knees narrow and addressing your posture and not squatting too deeply. We've talked about doing some low dumbbell row exercises for your posture, again a nice leaning forward exercise to strengthen your middle back muscles. And then we did some lovely seated exercises to support our perineum, again not using heavy weights. We don't need to be using heavy weights and we don't want to use heavy weights if we're living with a pelvic floor issue. Medium weights are fine. And then again lifting and lowering for our biceps. We did a rotator cuff exercise for the back of our shoulders and our middle back, and then we finished off with a triceps exercise.